Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, how the heck are you doing today? I hope I find all of you well. I hope I find you happy, healthy, living life to the absolute fullest as always. Today I've got a bit of a video that is kind of different from trading, obviously, but it's talking about my YouTube channel and talking about, you know, what it looks like being a small content creator. I mean, that's basically what I am. I'm not a big name content creator. I don't have a massive following, you know, nothing like that. I do make money off of YouTube, you know. I am monetized, of course. There are ads on my video, but I kind of want to talk about just, you know, what that looks like, what that can look like. You know, give you guys, some of you who are interested in making content, you know, just a little look-see at what earnings from videos look like, what, you know, things like that look like. It's hot as... So when I first started doing YouTube and everything, you know, I of course didn't expect to be at the spot that I'm in currently. But originally, you know, I thought once you get monetized, you know, that's where things really start changing and things start just revolutionizing with, you know, your YouTube career and everything. And honestly, it really doesn't. You know, I hate to say it, I hate to burst your bubble, but you know, you're not going to be making some life-changing money just off rip from all of this. Hang on, let me check my 92. Okay, we cool in a little bit. But anyhow, yeah, you're not just going to start making life-changing money off of YouTube. I mean, maybe, you know, you've got some massive growth and some massive following and a bunch of views per video, you know, you just might. I mean, it's a very small percentage of people, though. I will let you know that right now. It is a very small percentage of people that are actually going to, you know, really start making some life-changing money off of YouTube. What the heck just happened? My card had just like tweaked. Back to what I was saying, whenever you know, get monetized and stuff, like, you're not just gonna start making some life-changing money. YouTube money's good, but it ain't that good, right? It's really only super good for like people who have a massive following, or, you know, get thousands upon thousands of views every video, or, you know, every couple days kind of thing. Like for me, you know, last month I had like 20,000 views total between all my videos, and I only made like, what was it, like 200 bucks. It also depends on your niche too, you know. I mean, for me, honestly, 200 bucks, that's great. That's phenomenal. You know, I mean, especially for something that I just do on the side and whatnot, being able to make $200 going into my bank is, you know, it's extra money. It's extra, it's a little extra something. It's you know, a little bit. But, you know, you're not going to be making just like a, you know, you're not going to be making like $4,000 a month off rip from YouTube. That's just not the way that looks. Now, I mean, to some it might. It just might. You know, if you grow in a short amount of time and you get, you know, more views obviously than that, then yeah, you know, you just might. But I just personally, from my experience at least, that's just not how it goes off rip. It's going to take a little bit more time and a little bit more growing to really be able to try and go full-time or something with something like YouTube. I will also say, you know, content creation, it's something that I enjoy, and I mean, I never have fully intended on going full-time with it. So if one day magically, you know, I do get the chance to do that, then awesome. You know, it's something that I will probably continue to do for a very long time. So I enjoy it. And ever since I was a kid, you know, I've always wanted to, you know, be able to make content for people, be able to, you know, make people happy, make people smile, you know, give them a little bit of hope with things, you know. Give people a little bit of an escape from their everyday life. Man, that'd be a cool photo spot over there, right under the bridge. Like right off to the right there. I feel like that would make for some cool photos. I'll have to come back one day and see if I can get my bike on up there and be able to actually, you know, take some photos and stuff. But I feel like a big thing that also comes into part on whether or not you're going to be making heaps of money and stuff like that from YouTube. Also depends on your niche. From what I've heard, you know, like gaming, big little bumps. gaming channels and stuff like that, they don't make near as much from YouTube, just because, I mean, there's a lot of people doing it, you know, things like that. The ads just pay a bit less. Whereas for, you know, what I do, talking about things like finance and stuff like that, it generates a bit more ad revenue, or what's the term? I believe it's like CPM and RPM, basically. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe CPM is essentially like how much the ad is paying, so that's to YouTube, and then your RPM is how much YouTube is paying you from that ad revenue that they are getting from the ad people, whatever, you know, the companies, the brands, stuff like that. I feel like a lot of money in YouTube comes mainly from like sponsors and brand deals and things like that. Obviously, if you can, you know, snag yourself one of those, then, you know, you're definitely going to be cooking with grease. But again, for someone like me who's a small-time content creator, it's kind of hard to, you know, just catch something like that. I just haven't had the opportunity to. I've had, you know, offers from various companies, but I've just never responded because, again, I wasn't sure if they were maybe just scams or, you know, things like that. And of course, you know, I want to be wary of that. It's not companies that I've ever heard of or anything that I've ever used, and that's also another thing to note. You know, I don't want to sit here and sign to some brand deal or something with some company promoting a product that I've never used, I don't even know about, you know. I don't want to give y'all some crap just for some money. That's just not me, you know. I would like to promote something that I use or have an interest in, or a company that I've heard of that I know is reputable, you know, so that way y'all are getting an actual feasible, solid product that I am promoting to you guys. You know, go check out, or go get, or go use, go try, stuff like that. You know, I don't want to just put filth all over my channel just because of, you know, just because they're offering me a little bit of money. It's just not worth my time. I'm sorry, it's just not. Some people might fall into that, but not me. Nope, not for me. I also do want to let y'all know, just in the middle of this video, I will have some content coming out from this weekend. Going back home and taking the bike with me, and gonna do some riding with my buddies, my buddy Sommer and my buddy Hornet. It's gonna be a pretty fun weekend. It's Hornet's birthday on the 29th, so pretty excited to be able to go back home, celebrate with them, spend the day riding and stuff like that. You know, just have a good old time with the boys. Can't go wrong with that. But back to the YouTube stuff. Yeah, you know, you're just not going to make something massive off rip. It takes time. It takes a lot of patience. There's ups and downs to it, you know. Like, whenever I started my channel, the amount of views and subs that I was gaining was insane. It was rapid, and now it's slowed down, you know, a bunch. It has slowed way down, but, you know, it's okay. I just post these videos for fun. If you want to watch them, watch them. If you don't want to watch them, you know, don't watch them. It is what it is at the end of the day. It's not like it makes any difference to me, and I feel like that's a good attitude to go into YouTube with, you know. Don't stress yourself out about it. If you're not getting the views or the subs or anything that you want, you know, don't rip your hair out over it, man. I feel like if you're gonna try and become a content creator and do YouTube full time, you've really got to have a mindset of, I'm doing this for purely my enjoyment and my own fun, because this is something that I want to do, you know, and it's something that I like doing. Otherwise, at the end of the day, you're just going to be stressing yourself out more than, you know, your 9-to-5 stresses you out, man. You're just going to be sitting here the whole time like, why am I not getting more views on this video? Why am I spent so much time on this video just for it to go nowhere? You know, there's some videos where I was like, oh, this video is going to pop off. This video is like great. It's going to get so many views. It's going to gain me so many subs, get so much growth off of this. And the video goes absolutely nowhere, you know. And that's just part of the game, man. Sometimes videos that you think will be bangers go absolutely nowhere, and the videos that you think are just gonna suck end up going insane. You know, like my very first video that I posted on my channel, how day trading changed my life in 6 months. That video, I thought it was gonna go nowhere, and it's sitting at 75,000 views as we speak. Like, it's ridiculous, you know. I thought that video was terrible. I hated that video. I thought it was the silliest video ever. And I was like, nobody's gonna watch this, nobody's gonna like this, you know, because I mean, I'm not teaching anybody anything, I'm just talking about my experience. And everybody seemed to love that, man. Everybody seemed to love that. It was a phenomenal video that performed insanely well, but to me it didn't, you know? That's just part of the game. It's part of it. That's what I say, like, you gotta just enjoy it and not be so hard on yourself if a video flops, or if it, you know, pops off and it's not the video that you wanted to pop off, things like that. Yeah, back to earnings and stuff like that. Like, as I was saying, you know, my last month's earnings, last month was the very first month that I, you know, made money and, you know, was monetized essentially on my channel with YouTube. And last month I only made 200 bucks. It was like $201 and some change. Which again, I mean, you know, for something that I do on the side, it was pretty... What is going on here, bro? There we go. But yeah, you know, I just made it on the side and stuff like that. But for being, you know, a side hobby and whatnot, like, it honestly was not that bad. It was pretty solid, man. You know, for something that I don't just do full time and everything. I post like once a week, you know. To make 200 bucks off of that, that's not bad. That's like a whole day or two's work. It's a whole shift, you know, that now I have in my pocket from just talking to y'all while riding my bike and doing what I do. Woo! It is beautiful today, man. It is beautiful out here. Even though, you know, there's some clouds, but honestly I like the little cloud coverage. Keeps me from not getting so disgustingly hot sitting in the sun at these lights. Ugh. And Mr. Bicycle, slow your roll. Thank you. But yeah, I won't make this video, you know, too terribly long for you guys, as per usual. If you guys would like something more in depth, or just, you know, you want to know certain things, you can of course comment down below. You know, ask any questions that you may have, and I'm more than willing to answer whatever you might want to know about YouTube. I haven't been doing it too terribly long, or at least with this channel. You know, I've had many of channels in the past. None to the magnitude that this channel sits at, but I've definitely been around YouTube for a very, very long time. So if there's anything you guys would like to know, you know, by all means, ask away. Even if it comes down to stuff like video editing, you know, things like that, by all means, ask away. I'm an open book, man. All I want to do at the end of the day is help every last one of you be able to share, you know, every little chip that I've got, essentially. I want people to grow in life, and that's all I want this channel to be, is to help people grow and, you know, do the things that they want to do. But anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I will see all of you in the next one. Y'all stay breezy, stay happy, healthy, and I will see y'all later. Peace, everybody.